next guest is an acclaimed chef, author, and podcaster. As of last night, he's also the first celebrity to win it all on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Please welcome David Chang. How are you? David, are you... Have you been walking around town with that?
Everywhere I go, I bring this to let people know that I won.
Don't try to cash it. I know I signed it. I don't know why they had me sign it. The $1 million doesn't come from me, but congratulations on that, by the way. Yes, yeah, keep that right there. I would really carry that. I'd make a necklace out of it if I was you.
It's the most surreal thing. I still do not believe it happened. It's so crazy.
It was funny. I want to get to that in a second, but I want to first ask about something because I was on your podcast that actually was released today, and you told me something, and I've been thinking about it all weekend, and that's you forgot to get a turkey for Thanksgiving.
I did.
Yeah. And then you were unable to track, even with like a little bit of notice, you were unable to get a turkey.
I sort of screwed up. It's the one thing my wife wanted. I didn't want to cook a turkey, but my wife wanted a turkey. And I bought it too late. It didn't exist. There was only like a turkey breast, and that wasn't going to cut it. So.
Yeah, no, yeah. I can't believe that you weren't able to like reach out to your contact. Did you try to get a turkey?
I tried just enough.
You tried enough to not get the turkey. And what did you have instead for Thanksgiving?
I had Korean barbecue. I picked up some from Parks here in LA, so it was great.
And can I tell you something? As I was sitting down eating my turkey on Thanksgiving, I thought, I wish I had some Korean barbecue right now.
It was really weird. I'll be honest. It was different for me to have Korean barbecue with I call the white people sides.
White people sides. Oh, you did have all the sides.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, all right. At your house growing up, with your parents being immigrants, did you celebrate Thanksgiving with the turkey, or did you do it?
Yeah, Thanksgiving was the day that my family, my brothers and sisters, loved the most to look forward to because it was the one day a year where we knew we were going to get like American food. Right? Because growing up, as we became a little bit more aware of what Korean food was here in this country, it wasn't like beloved back then.
Right, yeah.
So we were embarrassed by it. So it was not a guarantee that my mom would ever make American food. So that was the one day we knew we'd get like mashed potatoes and stuffing and all the sides. So that was the best day because we also got the best of Korean food.
Right, yeah.
So, yeah.
That's kind of how it was at my house, too. Like, no, I'm not kidding. I mean, I don't mean Korean, but I mean, like, it was always Italian food. Like, always. Like, there was rarely any food other than that in our house. And I think mostly it's because Italian food is cheap, because pasta doesn't cost anything, but...
But you still had turkey and everything, though, right?
We did on Thanksgiving, yeah. We'd have turkey, but it was never good. Not even close to good. It's not something we craved. All right, so let's talk about Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. How confident did you feel going into this?
Truthfully, my entire goal was to not be eliminated after the first question.
Okay.
That was it.
Now, the first questions are pretty easy. You almost got tripped up on a very easy question.
Yes.
What one was that?
It was, if a toddler eats all of their food, what club do they belong to?
Right, yes.
And my initial reaction when you read me the question was, I don't know the answer. Because, I mean, it was the Clean Plate Club, and sitting in that chair versus watching it from TV are completely two different experiences.
Absolutely.
And if I'm watching that at home, I'm like, of course it's Clean Plate Club. In the chair, with the music, talking to you, I had no idea what the answer was, so I had to ask Alan Yang, who was my guest.
Alan Yang was your expert helper, and he was great. He was really good. He knew Clean Plate Club. Everybody except you knew Clean Plate Club.
Everybody.
But you knew a lot of the answers that a lot of people didn't know. Now, let's go to the moment. This is for $1 million. Your metallic testicles just won you $1 million for your charity. That was an exciting moment. It's a shame we didn't have an audience there to enjoy it, but it was an exciting moment. And I don't know if you're aware of this, but not only did you make history by being the first celebrity to go for and win $1 million, you also were the first celebrity to do it with your fly unzipped. And yes.
Thank you. Oh, my wife is going to be so thrilled with me.
Your lifeline, your phone a friend, Mina Kimes from ESPN, really came through for you.
She saved me.
I can't believe she knew the answer to that question. She did know the answer to the question, but...
I had no idea who Benjamin Harrison was.
That was the craziest part of this. And if you want, because I watched it last night, and I obviously I was there the first time, and I saw the edit of it at another time. And then last night I watched it, I was like, he's crazy, because at one point, you don't even know if Harrison was the president. And this question is, which president had electricity in the White House first? And still, you went for it. You risked you risked $468,000.
I'm an insane person. I watched that. I was like, what is wrong with me? I literally was like, I'm gonna choose Harrison because I don't know if he's a president. That was my rationale. And obviously, Mina telling me, but still, like, when you're in that chair, you're just wrestling with yourself. I had no idea, so.
I knew you were a gambler because you were one of the few people that can keep up with my cousin Sal in Las Vegas.
I have gone gambling with Sal.
Yeah. And which of you is more afflicted, would you say?
On the sports betting, it's definitely Sal.
Okay.
On the table games, I have a problem.
You have a problem?
Yes.
Is it a real problem or is it a fun problem?
Let's just say COVID's been good because I can't gamble right now.
How many restaurants do you have in Vegas?
We have 2.
2, right. 2 now, yeah.
Yes.
At the Cosmopolitan?
And 1 at the Venetian.
And at the Venetian, wow, yeah. So you might be in the red on that deal, huh?
No, we're good. I'm good. I'm not nearly as bad as I was, but.
The charity you won $1 million for is Southern Smoke Foundation. This is Chris Shepard's charity, and they support whom?
They support anybody that works in restaurants in financial need and distress. So.
Right. Which is hit as hard as any industry during this COVID. It really has hit. And also there's, people are not getting stimulus checks. People aren't eating out as much. It's really been a double whammy. And boy, I'm glad you won that $1 million because that would have been a tough one.
Whew, I think about that a lot. And again, in that moment when I decided to go for it, I'm talking to you like this.
Yeah.
I don't know if I verbalized it, but I was like, even if I answered incorrectly, which would totally suck, I would put a spotlight on the industry through my embarrassment. So
yeah.
that's how bad the industry is.
Interesting. Well, that's quite a way to spin your problem. David Chang has 2 podcasts now on The Ringer. You've got Dave Chang Show, and what's the new one that you're doing?
We have the Recipe Club.
The Recipe Club.
Where we take some popular recipes and we see if they work or they don't.
Okay. And on top of that, you got a book, an autobiography. It's called Eat a Peach. It's a lot of fun to read. Well, congratulations, David. Again, don't try to cash that check. It's just a prop. And Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? You can watch it again next Sunday night on ABC. Congratulations to our millionaire, David Chang. We'll be back with Russell Dickerson. Thanks for watching. If you liked that video, click the subscribe button. And if you didn't like it, well, you hurt my feelings.